Rachel, and I recently quit my 6-year job in retail to travel more. I don't know exactly what the future holds, but I'm super excited for this new chapter in my life. If you want to come along for the journey, go ahead and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you. Chicago. I made it on my train trip that I've been talking about for a while. I'm actually staying in Chicago though. I just have a layover here for like 5 hours now, I think. 5 or 6. Yeah, like 5 hours. And then I'm headed to Vermont on like a 17-hour train ride. The one I just did was 7 hours. So yeah, I guess I'll just rewind a little bit. I left Kansas City at like 7:30, 7-hour train ride here to Chicago. I didn't really do a lot of filming on the train because I mean, there wasn't really anything to film, and I wasn't gonna talk to the camera because that would just be weird. Pretty much nobody talked. A few people, or like there were a couple groups of people, but a lot of people were just like by themselves or maybe with one other person, at least in the car I was in. But yeah, it was fine. The seat was really comfortable, but my butt was hurting after a while. I slept actually the first couple of hours, like pretty much Missouri and most of Iowa I slept or was just kind of dozing. And then I kind of listened to music. Oh yeah, so this one train that I was on doesn't have Wi-Fi. All the other trains have Wi-Fi, but this one doesn't. So I wasn't able to listen to my audiobook or do any computer work, but that's okay because like I said, I just kind of slept and chilled and got used to being on a train. But yeah, so got to Union Station in Chicago like maybe 30 minutes ago, I don't know. And I walked a couple blocks to this park. It's not really, it's more of like a little dog park, just a little green space. There's kind of a cool church over there. Skyscrapers. I don't know if you can see them behind me, but yeah. I don't really have anything else to say. I'm gonna make a little lunch for myself. And yeah, so bye. After relaxing in the park for a little while, I walked up to the river just to kind of take a look at it before I went back into Union Station for a few more hours before my train left. I started listening to my audiobook. I'm listening to It by Stephen King, which I think is perfect for October. I've never seen any of the movies or read the book before, so it's a completely new experience. I love Stephen King because you can get really immersed in his writing. Hey, I have finally made it to the Airbnb and don't have to deal with train travel for at least a few days. Yeah, it's already getting kind of late, so I'm probably just going to show you the Airbnb in the morning when the light's better. It's really, really cute. I'm kind of bummed it's just me too because it's so big. I think it can sleep up to like 6 people or something, but I'm just gonna watch a movie, eat like a pre-made meal that I got at the grocery store, and call it a night. I am so tired, my head hurts. But yeah, I'm excited to explore the area tomorrow and show you around. Good morning. I slept really well in a nice comfy bed with comfy pillows. Way different than trying to sleep on an Amtrak train. On the Amtrak, it was okay, but I definitely tossed and turned a lot. Rolling over, adjusting my little like travel pillow. Anyway, so today I'm gonna head out. It's gotten kind of cloudy. It's supposed to rain the next couple days, I think, which sucks. But there's a state park I'm gonna go to and hike around and just, yeah. It seems like it's gonna be pretty nice out, like temperature-wise, so. Oh, I was gonna give you like a little tour of the Airbnb as well. So yeah, so the outside kind of looks like an old barn or something, and then inside they've completely, you know, made it into an awesome Airbnb. There's 2 stories and like a beautiful spiral staircase that goes up to the 2nd story, which is where all the beds and stuff are. And then there's also a space theme, which is really cool. So there's little like space related wall art, drawings on the wall, and just like decor and stuff. It's really cool and cute. And then there's also kind of like some retro vibes as well. And I really like the floor. It's like this old paint barnwood kind of looking stuff. It's really cool. So yeah, it's definitely an awesome Airbnb. They call it the Red Tower, I think. It's really awesome. So I suggested, I guess, if you're gonna be near Albany. Oh, I don't even know if I said where I was. I'm in New York, like 30 minutes from Albany, and I'm gonna kind of explore like Vermont, Massachusetts, and New York, because this is like where they all kind of touch. So yeah. I don't know what just happened. So basically before I came here, I had seen this like pagoda on like Google Maps or whatever, and I was like, okay, that looks cool. I guess I could go take some photos of it or whatever. So I get here, there's a fair amount of cars. I'm like, okay, maybe this thing is like more popular than I thought. I don't know. So it turns out that they were having like a 28th year anniversary celebration for like when the pagoda was built. And then it's also Gandhi's birthday today, so it was kind of celebrating both of those things. And I just kind of stumbled into this celebration, and I just kind of stayed for the whole thing. It started at 11. I didn't realize it was going to be 3 hours. But it was really interesting. I'm glad I stayed. And there were a lot of people who were like part of like the temple or whatever, but there were other people who weren't necessarily part of it, I guess, you know, like me, who just kind of came, I think. I don't know. But yeah, there were speakers, prayers. It's a Buddhist temple, but they also had people do prayers from other religions. There was someone who did like a Christian prayer, a Muslim prayer, and a Jewish prayer. And then yeah, it was really cool. And then they had other speakers. They had some Native Americans who talked about how like everybody knows about like the Holocaust, but no one really knows about, at least no one's taught like in American school systems, like about the genocide of Native Americans. So they talked about that, and there was this guy who had been a survivor of these schools that were kind of like concentration camps. And yeah, it was very powerful. I definitely teared up a little bit. I don't know how to put it into words, but yeah, so we learned about that, and it was very interesting. We did go around the pagoda at one point, and we were supposed to like kind of be praying as we went. I don't know, but everybody went out up and just kind of walked around it, and we like put some incense in like an altar kind of thing. I don't know, but and then it ended, and they had kind of like a potluck going on, but I was too awkward to stay and eat anything. I was like, so I just am down here now in like a little parking lot, and I'm gonna go back to the Airbnb, I think, eat lunch, and then go do the hiking I had talked about earlier. because I didn't know I was going to be here for so long. Obviously, I thought I was just going to go up, take a couple photos, and then leave. But now it's like 3.5 hours later. But like I said, I'm really glad I stayed. I learned a lot. And it's like, what's the point of traveling if you're not going to, you know, experience things, you know, unique things and, you know, different cultures and stuff. So it was definitely very interesting, a very beautiful ceremony. Hey, here I am on a trail. It seemed like the entrance to the state park was like gated off, so I just kept driving until I saw a sign for this trail, the Fire Tower Trail. Sign says it's like 0.7 miles, but some people that were like coming off of it were saying that it was longer than that. So I don't know, I'll just walk until I feel like turning around or I find the fire tower. I don't know, but here we go. It's really pretty.